You know, I was thinking about this the other day. Why is Peter Pan always flying? And then I thought to myself, it's because he never lands. He never land.
Perfect.
Right, broskies, Erkin here, back again with another video. And this one is sort of like a two birds one stone kind of thing. So I was planning on doing a review for the 550 in this red, white and black colorway. But then I was like, I've already done a couple 550s on the channel. And then there was something I really wanted to do to my laces and I thought, wait, hold on, that would make a good video. So lo and behold, this is what this video actually is. It's sort of a review slash how to age your laces, so here we go. So with all that aside, on today's episode, it is indeed the New Balance 550 with a little twist. So if you are trying to age your laces and you're not really trying to stay around for the review, I will leave the timestamp on top of the screen. So if you just want to watch that, I won't be that hurt. But to make it up to me, just leave a like on the way out. Now the New Balance 550 has slowly become my favourite silhouette over the past year or so. After missing out on a couple ALD drops, I finally got myself a nice GR in that navy white colorway. And ever since then, it's been my most worn sneaker. And after hitting on a restock from ALD, I did also grab this red, white and black colorway. And I don't know about you, but this colorway really gave me the Chicago vibe. I guess you could say the shifted sports pack more so with the bread sort of vibe. But in my personal opinion, I think this one just edges it a little bit. Now I did say this is more so a review than anything else, but I don't want to spend too long speaking about the sneaker. I just can't wait to show you how I aged these laces. They look so clean. So this silhouette does come with your standard New Balance GR box, which I've sort of grown to love, to be fair. But on the product sticker, it does say BB550SE1. Now if you are fresh to the New Balance 550 silhouette, I've got to say when it comes to the sizing, for me, they do fit true to size. Now there are some people who would say go half a size down just because of the heel slippage, but for me, your toes are too cramped at the front. So in my opinion, I would say stick to your normal sizing. But if you're a wide footer, going half a size up at least is your best bet. Now I know this shoe is pretty standard in terms of its approach, and that's what I really like about it. There's just a lot of beauty in its simplicity. But with that said, let's take an even closer look. Now most of the materials is of course of this leather, and it's not the most premium feel by any means. But for the price at around £105 here in the UK, I cannot complain one bit. Of course, you're going to get your normal comparisons to the Nike Dunk for example, and compared to those in terms of QC, these win all day long. Now in terms of the colour blocking, the white, the red and the hints of black just work so well on this sneaker. Of course, on both sides we have the N logo which stands out very nicely. And on the lateral side we have the 550 brand in there too. We've got the perforation holes on both sides of the sneaker which gives it that sportier look as well. And the lacing was pretty standard and that's why I really wanted to change the look of them. But coming right out the box, these do come with white standard laces. Now the tongue is of course of this mesh nylon, and on the top of it is that New Balance 550 tag, which is accompanied by the NB logo on top of that basketball. Now we have that cotton sock liner which has hints of nylon as well. It's not really that soft. But on this black Off-White insole we have of course the NB logo in white. Now I've got the white leather panel at the back at the heel counter with that red NB logo as well. Now even though this is not an ALD collab, this has sort of like a vintage look to the midsole, but it does have hints of cream, black and red. On the lateral side, again we've got the New Balance and NB logo there, but we have that exposed foam to the medial side. Now on the outsole we have the non-marking sole in black, red and white, which for me when it comes to vintage basketball sneakers is as rugged as it gets. Now there's a lot of talk about the New Balance 550 and the popularity is all due to the ALD. But in my opinion, the GRs are looking a lot more saucier as they come out. I know there's been a lot of comparisons to the Air Force 1, but for me these do resemble the Nike Dunk more so than anything. And there's a lot of reasons why I think these are winning. Not only because most of the time these are made better, These are so much more comfortable than your average Dunk. But the game is of course based on opinions. I want you to comment down below what you think about the 550. Of course I'm loving it. It's my favourite sneaker of the year so far, and I've picked up a few bangers. And the past couple of months, I can't stop wearing these, honestly. But with that all out of the way, this part of the video is all about how to age your laces if you're trying to switch it up and give your sneakers that vintage look. So getting these sneakers out of the box, I was like, ooh, these look a bit saucy, but they're just missing something. At first, I was trying to age the whole sneaker and I wasn't really trying to take that risk. So the next best thing was of course the laces. So being the Turk that I am, I'm always trying to save money. And I was like, look, what can I do from home with what I've already got? So with doing all the research I needed, I was like, okay, the cheapest and most efficient way is of course dye these in coffee. And in terms of the actual brand, I'm not trying to shout out any because they're not sponsoring this video. So just get your average Joe coffee and you're good to go. As long as it's instant and it can be dissolved by stirring, then that's all good. So all you really need is instant coffee, hot water or even cold water, it doesn't really matter. And a jug or bowl of some sorts. And of course a stirring utensil as well. And a quick disclaimer, if it's hot boiling water, please be careful. You might want to wear some gloves or something. So with what you need out of the way, I'm going to show you how I turn these into these. So starting off, of course, I boiled the kettle until boiling point and I made sure it was cooled down a little bit before I poured it in. So after pouring in the water, of course you got to add your coffee. Now the darker you want your laces, of course you're going to pour more coffee in. But in this occasion, I wanted that sort of creamy vintage look to it. So once I poured the coffee in, I stirred it up until it was all dissolved. And after about a minute or two of that, I put my laces in and I stirred them up as well. Now on this occasion, I left these laces in for about an hour or so, and of course the longer you leave it in, the darker they're gonna look. So if you're not happy with the initial results, maybe leave them overnight. But for me, I left them only an hour. Now in the meantime, I do stir it every 10 minutes or so just to make sure it's all even and that sort of thing. And once the hour was up, I took them out and dried them off with a little bit of tissue. And then I put them over the radiator just to make sure all of the coffee gets dried up. Because if the coffee does sort of leak, it makes the laces a little bit uneven, and that's what you really don't want. So once the laces are all nice and toasty, of course it's going to have that aged look to it. Now one thing I did notice, once the laces were nice and dried on the radiator, it gives it that nice cooked and aged look. And as soon as I put these laces in the 550s, these changed the whole look of the sneaker. And this helped my heart after missing out on some of the ALD drops. This, in my opinion, is exactly what the 550 was missing. Now I might get brave and do the whole sneaker at one point, but for now, I'm just as happy as Larry with these laces. So my whole mission was to make these 550s look as aged as my auntie that's been on the sunbeds for a little too long. But what do you think, broskies? Do these sneakers look better with the laces like this, or should I kept them as the original? Now there were a couple other techniques as well, but this was the cheapest for me, the quickest way I could turn it around. And to be fair, I had to get rid of the expired coffee in my cupboard, so it is what it is. But of course, we're all here to help the community, so comment down below what other techniques you may have. And have you tried to age your sneakers as well? I want to know because I might even try it. But anyways, broskies, this video has been as long as it should have been, and I hope this video has helped you out somehow. Leave everything down below what you think about the 550, aging your sneakers, your laces, anything and anything, leave it down below. But that's enough waffle for one video. Bird's Eye would be proud. I want you to hit me up on Instagram as well, just in case you have any questions. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share. And until the next episodes, take care. Wait, is this the same coffee? Oh, bruh.